If you are over 60, and every morning when you look in the mirror, you notice that your face feels just a little heavier, not exactly puffy, not obviously older, but enough to make your eyes look more tired, your jawline less defined, and your skin no longer feel as supported as it used to. What's important is this: many women assume it's just aging, that after 60, thinner skin, sagging, stiff joints, or a dull-looking face are simply unavoidable. But the truth is this, my dear. The collagen in your body doesn't disappear loudly, it declines quietly, day by day, and your body is constantly sending very clear signals. It's just that no one ever taught you how to read them properly. When collagen declines faster than it should, the skin doesn't just wrinkle. Joints begin to feel dry, supporting tissues weaken. The face loses its ability to manage fluid properly, and the entire body enters a state of slow deterioration that many women only recognize when it's already quite advanced. In this video, I want to show you 5 silent signs that your body may be losing collagen faster after age 60, signs that most women see every single day, but have never had explained correctly. I'm Dr. Evelyn Brooks, a board-certified dermatologist with over 15 years of experience working closely with middle-aged and older women across the United States. Throughout my career, I've met thousands of women who walk into my office with the same question: why is my skin aging so fast, even though I take pretty good care of it? And what I always have to explain is this: collagen isn't just about skin. It's the structural framework of your entire body, from your skin and joints to your blood vessels and your tissue's ability to repair itself. After age 60, especially after menopause, women lose collagen far more rapidly than most of us were ever told. The issue isn't whether you're using enough creams. It's that your body is no longer producing and protecting collagen the way it once did. The goal of today's video isn't to make you anxious. It's to help you recognize these signals early, so you can make informed choices that support your skin, your joints, and your overall quality of life after 60. Now, let's begin with the very first sign, a sign that nearly every woman over 60 has seen in the mirror at some point, but very few truly understand the real cause behind it. That sign is a slightly puffy face in the morning, softened features, that then look more defined again by the end of the day. If every morning, when you wake up and look in the mirror, your face appears fuller, a bit heavier, your eyes slightly droopy, your jawline less defined than it looks later in the afternoon, and then by evening your face seems lighter and more sculpted again. This is not ordinary swelling, and it's not simply from salty food or drinking water at night. This is one of the earliest signs that the collagen framework beneath your skin is weakening. When collagen is healthy, it acts like a strong internal support system. It keeps the skin gently firm, holds soft tissues in the right position, and allows fluid within the tissues to circulate smoothly through the lymphatic system while you sleep. But after 60, as collagen declines more rapidly, that support structure begins to soften. The skin can no longer maintain its architecture. Fluid accumulates in the soft tissues overnight, especially in the face, around the eyes, and along the jawline. That's why you wake up feeling that your face looks fuller, heavier, and less defined. No pain, no obvious swelling. Just a tired, older appearance after a single night. Then, as you get up, move around, talk, and go through your day, body movement and gravity help that fluid gradually drain downward. By afternoon or evening, your face looks more contoured again, which leads many women to believe everything has simply resolved on its own. But the truth is this: that pattern is a sign of weakened collagen support, not healthy skin. I hear many women over 60 tell me, "I look older in the morning, but better in the afternoon. I thought that was normal." No, my dear, that is a very specific signal that your body is losing its ability to properly hold and drain fluid, a function that depends directly on strong, healthy collagen. And when this sign is ignored for too long, it often leads to more visible changes: a faster dropping jawline, earlier cheek sagging, and a gradual loss of the face's natural structural support, even if you've been very consistent with skincare. The good news is this: when you recognize this sign early enough, You can significantly slow this process, not by masking it, but by supporting your body from within, where collagen is actually produced and protected every day. And as collagen continues to weaken, it doesn't just affect facial structure, it also leaves subtle clues right on the surface of the skin. That brings us to sign number 2, a very small change you notice when you lightly touch your skin, but one that reveals exactly how quickly collagen is declining in your body after age 60. Thin skin that marks easily and is slow to bounce back after light pressure. There is a very simple test that I often perform in the clinic, and many women over 60 recognize their issue immediately in that moment. I gently press one finger on the cheek or the back of the hand for a few seconds, then release it. In healthy skin, the surface quickly returns to its original state, smooth, even, and uniform in color. But in many women after 60, that imprint lingers. The skin takes several seconds, sometimes even a full minute, to bounce back. Sometimes it even leaves behind a faint white or reddish mark. This is not simply due to dry skin, and it is not because you haven't taken good enough care of your skin. This is a sign that the collagen network inside the skin has become thinner and weaker. Collagen is what creates elasticity, the ability of skin to return to its original shape after being touched or compressed. When collagen levels decline, the skin becomes thinner, less supported, and slower to respond even to very gentle pressure. After age 60, this process accelerates because fibroblast cells, the factories that produce collagen, slow down significantly. The body still tries to repair itself, but it no longer has the same materials or speed it once did. That's why many women tell me, "My skin isn't really that wrinkled, but it looks tired and weak." And they are absolutely right. This is not skin that lacks moisturizer. It is skin that lacks internal structural support. A sign that often accompanies this is that the skin becomes more prone to redness, irritation, or bruising from even very minor bumps. When collagen declines, capillaries sit closer to the skin's surface and are less protected, making the skin react more strongly to the environment and everyday contact. The important thing to remember is this: applying a thicker layer of cream cannot fix this problem at its root. The issue lies inside where collagen is created, protected, and rebuilt every day. Recognizing this sign early helps you understand that your skin is not weak because you are old, but because your body is no longer receiving the right support to maintain healthy collagen. And when collagen begins to decline in the skin, it rarely stops at the surface. The next changes usually appear in places you don't immediately see in the mirror, especially in the joints and connective tissues, where collagen plays a critical role in keeping movement smooth and stable. That brings us to sign number 3, a sign many women dismiss because they believe it's just a joint issue, when in reality it clearly reflects overall collagen decline after age 60. Joint stiffness or mild joint pain in the morning, even without heavy activity. Many women over 60 have told me, "In the morning, my joints feel a bit stiff, especially my knees, wrists, or fingers, but once I move around for a while, it gets better, so I don't pay much attention to it." And because that stiffness fades during the day, this sign is often ignored. But in reality, this is one of the most important signals that collagen in the body is declining rapidly. Collagen is not only found in the skin, it is a primary component of cartilage, ligaments, and connective tissue, the structures that allow joints to move smoothly, remain stable, and bear daily stress. When collagen is healthy, joint surfaces are well cushioned, well hydrated, and able to stay flexible even after hours of rest. But when collagen levels drop, that cushioning begins to thin. During sleep, when the body remains still for many hours, joints become drier and less well lubricated. As a result, when you wake up in the morning, your joints are not yet ready for movement. That's when stiffness, heaviness, or mild discomfort appears. Then, as you begin to move, circulation improves, joint fluid is activated, and the discomfort gradually fades. This leads many women to think, "Maybe my joints are just cold," or "I probably slept in the wrong position." But the deeper truth is this: the collagen in the joint system is no longer strong enough to maintain stability throughout the night. When this sign persists without attention, it often leads to more noticeable changes over time. more joint noises, reduced flexibility, and a growing hesitation to move early in the day. What I want you to understand is this. This is not an inevitable part of aging. It is the body's response to the loss of a very important structural component, collagen. Recognizing this sign early doesn't just help protect your joints. It helps protect your entire foundation of mobility and independence in the years after 60. And when collagen begins to decline in the joints, those changes rarely remain hidden inside the body. They often become clearly visible in areas of the skin that must fight gravity every day, especially the neck and jawline, where collagen declines the fastest, and where women notice changes most easily when looking in the mirror. That is sign number 4. The skin on the neck, jawline, and backs of the hands sags faster than other areas. There's something very interesting I often tell my patients. If you want to know how quickly your collagen is weakening, look at your neck and jawline, not your forehead, and not your cheeks. After age 60, many women notice that even if their facial skin still looks acceptable, the neck begins to wrinkle sooner, the jawline loses definition more quickly, and the skin on the backs of the hands appears thinner and more sagging within just a few years. This is not a coincidence. The neck, jawline, and backs of the hands have thinner skin, fewer oil glands, and less underlying support tissue than many other areas of the body. When collagen declines, these areas are the first to lose their ability to resist gravity. When collagen is healthy, it holds the skin in its proper position. Despite constant head movement, bending the neck, or talking throughout the day. But when collagen weakens, the skin no longer has enough holding strength. Gravity begins to pull the soft tissue downward little by little, very slowly, but very consistently. And over time, these changes become increasingly noticeable. That's why many women tell me, in just a few years, my neck looks older than my face. What's important for you to understand is this. This is not because you neglected your neck, but because collagen throughout your body is declining, and the neck is where that decline shows most clearly. A sign that often accompanies this is that when you turn your head or look down, the folds of skin on the neck no longer snap back as quickly as they once did, and the jawline looks softer and more sagged, even when your body weight hasn't changed. These changes make many women feel concerned. Some try to hide them with high-neck clothing, scarves, or even by editing photos before posting them. But what I always want them to understand is this. This is not just a cosmetic issue. It is a structural signal, a reminder that collagen is weakening from within. The good news is this. When you recognize this sign early enough, you can significantly slow the rate of sagging by focusing on protecting and nourishing collagen the right way, instead of simply trying to cover up what has already happened. And as collagen continues to decline, these changes don't only appear in outward shape, they also show up clearly in small, everyday situations, moments when the body should recover quickly, but instead takes much longer than it used to. That brings us to sign number 5, a very subtle sign, but one that reveals exactly how your body's ability to recover is declining as collagen continues to decrease after age 60. Skin that bruises easily, scratches easily, and takes a very long time to heal. Before we go any deeper, I want to ask you one very simple question, a question that many women over 60 have never been asked in the right way. Lately, have you noticed that your skin bruises more easily? Just a very light bump, tapping your hand against the edge of a table, or even lightly scratching because of an itch. And days later, you still see a faint bruise or an area of skin that hasn't fully healed. If your answer is yes, please don't brush it off, because this is a very small sign, but it is one of the clearest signals that collagen in your body is declining. Many women tell me, my skin is probably just thinner because of age, and then they accept it as an unavoidable part of aging. But the truth is this is not just thin skin. Collagen doesn't simply make skin look firmer or smoother. It is the foundation of your body's ability to repair itself, helping the skin seal tiny injuries, rebuild tissue structure, and protect the small blood vessels that sit just beneath the skin's surface. When collagen is healthy, the body handles very minor impacts quietly and efficiently. Skin tissue recovers quickly. Capillaries are well supported. Marks fade in a short time, sometimes before you even notice them. But after age 60, as collagen declines more sharply, the body enters a different state, what I often call slow repair mode. The skin needs more time to heal itself. Capillaries become more fragile and are no longer supported as well as they once were. Even very light force can cause damage. That's why small bruises appear more easily and last longer, especially on the backs of the hands, the forearms, and the lower legs, areas where the skin is thin and frequently exposed to minor bumps. Many women also notice that their skin is drier, more prone to cracking, and that even very small scratches can take many days, sometimes even weeks, to return to normal. This often causes worry, but what I want you to understand is this. This is not because your skin is weak, and it is not because you haven't taken good enough care of it. This is a sign that your body's repair foundation is slowing down, a foundation that depends heavily on collagen. And when this sign appears alongside the earlier ones, a face that looks slightly puffy in the morning and slimmer later in the day, skin that marks easily and lacks elasticity when touched, stiff, heavy joints upon waking, and faster sagging of the neck, jawline, and hands, the picture becomes very clear. Your body is losing collagen faster than it should. The most important thing I want you to remember is this. Recognizing this does not mean it's too late. On the contrary, this is actually the best time to intervene, because when your body is still sending signals, it means it still has the ability to respond. It still has the potential to improve when supported in the right way, in the right direction, and with patience. The problem is that many women try to address these signs only from the outside, adding more creams, switching serums, covering bruises without realizing that the root cause lies much deeper. If at this point you recognize at least one sign that sounds like you, please leave a comment below. How old are you? And where are you watching this video from? I read every single comment, and that helps me better understand what women over 60 are truly experiencing in their bodies. In the next section, I will help you connect all 5 of these signs together, and more importantly, explain why external care alone is not enough, and what you need to focus on if you want to protect collagen after 60 inches, a sustainable way, from the inside out. Now, take a moment to review the 5 signs we've just discussed. A face that looks slightly puffy in the morning and slimmer as the day goes on. Thinner skin that marks easily and is slow to bounce back when touched. Stiff, heavy joints upon waking, even without heavy activity. Faster sagging of the neck, jawline, and backs of the hands. And skin that bruises easily, scratches easily, and takes a long time to heal. Each of these signs, on its own, may seem small. Many women even think, everyone over 60 is probably like this. But when these signs appear together, they tell a very clear story. It is the story of collagen declining faster in your body after age 60. The most important thing I want you to remember is this. This is not your fault. You haven't done anything wrong, and you are not someone who takes poor care of your skin. This is a natural biological shift in the female body after menopause. When collagen production slows, the ability to protect and repair tissue weakens, and the body requires a completely different approach than before. But that does not mean we have to accept it passively. And before we continue, I want to ask you one very simple question, one that helps me better understand the community of women following this channel. How old are you? And which state are you watching from? Please leave a comment below. I read every comment, and your responses help me create content that is more relevant, practical, and aligned with your own journey. Because every woman after 60 is different, not just in age, but in lifestyle, environment, and everything her body has been through. In the final part of today's video, I want to help you understand something very important. Why simply applying creams or taking supplements based on guesswork is not enough, and what the correct, sustainable approach really is to protecting collagen after age 60. If there is one most important thing I want you to take with you after this video, it is this. Collagen does not disappear simply because of age. It declines faster when the body is no longer supported in the right way. After age 60, a woman's skin, joints, and connective tissues do not need more pressure. They do not need forceful solutions or aggressive interventions. They need understanding and an approach that matches the body's current biology. Applying more expensive creams cannot fix the root of the problem. And taking supplements intuitively, without understanding what your body truly needs, rarely leads to lasting results. What truly makes a difference is when you understand why collagen is declining and begin doing small but correct things to protect, nourish, and reactivate the body's natural repair system. Many women I have worked with believed they were already too late. But the truth is this: as long as you can still recognize the signals your body is sending, you still have the ability to improve. The goal is not to return to age 30. The goal is to help your body remain strong, flexible, and resilient in the years after 60, so that each morning you wake up, you feel lighter, more supported, and more confident in your own body. If this video helped you better understand what is happening inside your body, please take a second to click like. That helps this video reach more women who are experiencing these same signs but have never had them explained correctly. And if you would like to continue this journey with me, please subscribe to the Woman Over 60 Secrets channel. Here, I share the things women over 60 should have been told earlier to live healthier, live stronger, and live with confidence in their own bodies. Thank you for staying until the end of the video, and I'll see you again in the next one.